Let me tell you something simple that can truly change your life. Every person you look up to, the millionaire, the writer, the leader, the dreamer, has the same 24 hours as you do. They don't have more time. They just use their time in a smarter way. Most people don't really have a time problem. They have a problem with priorities. You see, success doesn't just happen by luck. It's built hour by hour, choice by choice. So here's what I want you to ask yourself. What am I doing with my 24 hours? While some people waste time scrolling, others are using that time to build something. While some are just wishing, others are planning. And while some are just trying to get through the day, successful people are shaping their future. This video isn't about working harder. It's about thinking smarter. It's about the little daily habits that turn regular days into amazing results. If you're tired of feeling like you're always behind, if you're done with making excuses, if you want to finally take charge of your time and your life, then don't leave, because what you're about to hear can change how you live from this day on. Let's start. Success begins the night before. You don't create a winning day when you wake up. You create it the night before. Most people live without planning. They wake up, check their phone, and go through the day with no direction, just hoping things go well. But hope is not a real plan. And doing things randomly won't lead to success. Successful people do something different. Before they go to sleep, they've already written down what tomorrow will look like. Because a good day always starts with a good plan. I used to think I could just wake up, grab some coffee, and figure it out. But I learned the hard way. If you don't take charge of your day will take charge of you. And it rarely works in your favor. Here's a small rule I follow. Don't start your day until it's finished on paper. Take 10 minutes at night. That's all. Write down what matters most for tomorrow, who you need to call, what must get done, and, most of all, why it matters. Because without a clear reason, you're just staying busy. But with a clear purpose, you're truly productive. So let me ask you, when was the last time you ended your day with a clear goal? Not by watching Netflix, not scrolling on your phone, not staying up just because. I mean ending your day with focus and purpose. Successful people use their nights to prepare for the morning. They build the right mindset. They set the right mood. They make sure their actions match their dreams. Want a better life? Start there. Start preparing differently. Because if you get ready like everyone else, you'll live like everyone else. But if you prepare like successful people do, day after day, you'll become successful too. So tonight, don't just fall asleep. Go to bed with intention. Pick out your clothes, check your schedule, write down your top 3 tasks, and imagine the person you want to be tomorrow. Success doesn't start with morning chaos. It begins in the quiet moments before bed, when no one is watching and you decide how tomorrow will go. Never forget, the day belongs to the person who gets ready for it, and real preparation always starts the night before. Mornings shape your life. They say the early bird gets the worm. But here's the truth. The early bird gets a head start. The way you begin your day sets the tone for how you live your life. Most people wake up late, feeling rushed and already behind. But successful people protect their mornings. They use that time to lead, not follow, to build focus, not chaos. Each morning, you have 2 choices. Wake up with purpose, or wake up reacting to messages, emails, and stress. I used to think mornings were something to just survive. Now I see them as a gift, a powerful time to create direction for the day ahead. So let me ask you this. Do you wake up with a goal, or just because the alarm rang? Because how you spend that first hour affects everything. Your health, your goals, your work, your relationships. Successful people don't waste that time. They wake up early, they read, reflect, move their body, and review their goals. They don't start the day with the world's noise. They start with their own voice. Maybe you say, but I'm not a morning person. Well, I wasn't either, until I realized that success doesn't care if you're tired. Discipline means doing what matters, even when it's hard. And mornings are the best time to practice that. That first hour builds confidence. It clears your mind. It reminds you that you are in charge. You don't have to wake up at 4 a.m., but you do have to wake up with intention. Before the world demands your attention, decide what kind of day you'll live. Here's your challenge. Start tomorrow differently. No phone, no noise. Just you, your plan, and your promise to lead your own life. Because if you win the morning, you win the day. And when you start winning days, you start winning in life. Focus on priorities, not activities. Most people are busy, but being busy doesn't mean being productive. Some of the busiest people are stuck, doing so much but going nowhere. They run, check tasks, stay up late, but nothing really changes. Why? Because they mistake movement for progress. Here's something worth remembering. Don't focus on small things while ignoring what really matters. It's easy to stay busy. It's much harder to stay focused on what counts. Successful people don't chase activity, they chase results. They ask themselves, what are the few things that really move my life forward? And they give their best energy to those things. You've probably heard of the 80-20 rule. It says that 80% of results come from 20% of the effort. Successful people don't ignore that rule, they live by it. Here's the danger. You could spend your whole life getting good at the wrong things. You could be super organized and still not be moving forward. Because success isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. So ask yourself, do I know the difference between a task and a priority? A task is something to do. A priority is something that must be done, or the day is wasted. Successful people don't just stay busy. They plan their day around what really counts. That may mean doing fewer things, but they do the right things. They trade distraction for focus, noise for clarity. Remember, your time is limited, but your focus is powerful. When you give your best energy to your top priorities, you gain time, momentum, and confidence. So take a look at your to-do list. What really matters? What will push your life forward today if you complete it? Do less of what doesn't matter. Do more of what does. And watch your life transform, not by being busy, but by being effective. Schedule your priorities, or forget them. Here's a simple rule. If it's not on your calendar, it probably won't happen. Most people keep plans in their head. They say things like, I'll do it later, or I'll try when I have time. But successful people work differently. They schedule what matters. Successful people don't just hope things will get done. They plan for them. They know that if something isn't scheduled, it's likely to be forgotten. Winners don't rely on memory, they rely on structure. Now, this doesn't mean filling every hour of your day with tasks. It means giving your most important goals a place on your calendar. When something has a time and space, it's more likely to happen. There's a saying, don't prioritize your schedule, schedule your priorities. That's what successful people do. They block out time for growth, learning, planning, health, building wealth, focused work, and relationships. If these things don't have a spot in your calendar, they're just ideas, not real actions. Successful people don't wait for time to show up. They make time. They protect their time like it's gold. Ask yourself, does your schedule reflect who you want to become? If not, change it. Today, not tomorrow. When you manage your calendar, you take control of your future. Your schedule should reflect your goals. If it's not scheduled, it's only a dream. But once it's on the calendar, it becomes a promise. And promises build your future. One of the most important lessons I've learned is this. You can't say yes to everything and still succeed. That sounds obvious, but many people fail because they agree to too much. They say yes to things that don't really matter, distractions, unimportant tasks, and random requests. But every time you say yes to something unimportant, you're saying no to something valuable. You might be saying no to your health, your goals, your peace of mind. The power to say no gives you focus, and focus gives you freedom. Successful people don't let guilt or pressure take over their calendar. They treat time as a treasure, and they only say yes when it serves their bigger purpose. Time is like money. You can spend it, or you can invest it. Too many people waste time on things that give no return. So ask yourself, are you doing what's easy or what's essential? Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is respectfully say no to overcommitting, to distractions, to things that pull you off course. Saying no doesn't make you rude. It makes you committed to your purpose, your time, and your future. So the next time something comes your way, ask yourself, does this help my mission or block it? If it helps, say yes. If it steals your focus, say no. And here's another powerful habit. Turn waiting time into growth time. We all face moments of waiting, on the road, in a line, before a meeting. Most people waste that time, but the successful use it to grow. They listen to audiobooks, think through their goals, or take notes. Even 20 minutes a day adds up to 10 hours a month. That's 120 hours a year. That's like a college course. You don't need more time. You need better use of the time you already have. Carry a book, save a podcast playlist, or keep a notes app ready. Use small moments to sharpen your mind. You're not just passing time. You're preparing for the future. That's what successful people do. They turn every moment into a chance to grow. If you're willing to use your time wisely, don't ever say, I'm just killing time. Say instead, I'm using time to grow. Time will pass no matter what, but how you use it will decide the quality of your life. So don't waste the waiting. Use it to improve yourself. Every small moment counts in shaping the person you're becoming. Now let's talk about how to manage your time better. Delegate. Automate. Eliminate. Ask yourself, are you doing everything on your own? If so, you're not growing, you're just surviving. I learned early that success isn't about doing more. It's about doing less of the wrong things and more of the right ones. You have limited hours in a day, and not everything deserves your time. Here's the method. 1. Delegate. Some tasks can be handled by others, people you trust or can train. Successful people don't try to carry everything. They protect their energy by sharing the load. Think about it. If you're stuck doing low-value tasks while chasing big goals, you're slowing yourself down. Ask, who can do this better, faster, or cheaper? Then let them. 2. Automate. We live in a time full of smart tools and apps. If you keep doing the same thing each week, ask yourself, can this be automated? Emails, reminders, bill payments, social media posts. These can all be handled by systems. Don't become the machine. Build one. Smart people use systems so their work continues even when they rest. 3. Eliminate. Some tasks don't need to be done at all. Just drop them. Ask yourself, if I stop doing this, would anything change? You'll be surprised how much of your to-do list is just noise. Successful people are ruthless about cutting what doesn't matter. Every yes has a cost. It takes time, focus, and energy. You can't do it all, and you're not supposed to. Greatness comes from choosing what really deserves your time. So review your tasks. Ask, can I delegate this? Automate it? Or just eliminate it? Every hour you save helps you build your future. Clear space for what matters. Let go of what doesn't. That's how winners use their time, with strategy, purpose, and power. Now, let's talk about how you end your day. Most people just switch off, TV on, phone in hand, mind wandering. They go to bed without thinking. But the successful finish their day with purpose, not waste. Here's a principle. Never end the day without learning something. Every day teaches you, through conversations, successes, or mistakes. But you only grow if you take time to reflect. Successful people don't just go from one day to the next. They pause, think, and carry lessons forward. So before bed, ask yourself, what did I do well? What could I improve? What did I learn about others' life or myself? That's how you build wisdom, not in the rush, but in the review. Don't waste the evening hours. They may feel quiet and casual, but they shape your tomorrow. Great people end the day by journaling, reading, planning, or simply being still. That stillness helps them think clearly, and clarity leads to growth. You can't improve what you don't review. So before sleep, write down one lesson, set one goal, and remind yourself who you're becoming. The day's end isn't the end of your effort, it's the start of your elevation. If you want a better tomorrow, it begins with how you finish today. Don't waste your evenings. Invest them in your growth. Lastly, let's talk about what really makes a difference. Discipline. Motivation can help you start, but discipline is what keeps you moving, especially on hard days. Successful people don't ask, do I feel like doing this today? They say, it's on the plan, I do it no matter what. Discipline isn't about feeling good. It's about showing up, staying consistent, and doing what's right, again and again. Discipline is the ability to make yourself do what you need to do when you need to do it, even if you don't feel like it. That might sound hard, but the truth is the lack of discipline is even harder. Why? Because undisciplined days turn into empty weeks, which become wasted months, and soon you're living a life you never wanted. But here's the good news. Discipline builds up over time. Every time you push through and take action, you grow stronger. Your confidence grows. You gain momentum. Discipline means, I get up when the alarm rings. I follow my schedule. I finish what I start. I don't wait for motivation. I act based on purpose. And when you do that, life responds. You feel more focused. More energy comes back. Things become clearer. And slowly, you start trusting yourself again, because you've proven you can count on you. Let me remind you, discipline isn't a punishment. It's a gift, a bridge between who you are and who you're becoming. So if today felt average or tough, that's okay. Discipline is a decision you get to make every single day. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to stay committed. The clock resets every morning. So say to yourself, today, I choose discipline again. And that simple choice, repeated daily, makes all the difference. Now let me ask you something important. What kind of life are you building? Because whether you notice it or not, you're creating your future one day at a time. Not in big, dramatic moments, but in the small, everyday choices. How you spend your mornings, how you use your time, how you handle distractions, how you plan your priorities. Every day is like a brick. You're either placing it with care, or you're tossing it randomly and hoping things work out. But hope isn't a strategy. Design is. Successful people live with intention. They don't float through life. They steer it. They don't just wish, they work. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They build it. They ask themselves, what kind of life do I want? What does that life look like? And what small step can I take today to get closer? Because here's the truth. Your days create your destiny. The life you want isn't built someday. It's built today. In the choices you make. In the time you protect. In the values you live by. So don't ignore a single day. You don't need to have everything figured out. Just be intentional. Wake up and lead your day. Give your schedule meaning. Give your actions purpose. And when the day ends, be able to say, I moved forward today. If you do that again tomorrow, and the next day, you won't just have a better life. One day you'll look back and realize, you became the kind of person who built it. That's the real reward of living with intention. Not just success, but the deep satisfaction of knowing, I earned this. So start small, but start today. Design a morning that energizes you. Create a schedule that supports your goals. Shape a day that reflects what matters most. Because if you do that long enough, you will design a life worth living, one day at a time.